Hello to my Libras. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Libras. Let's get right into it. Let's see what's in your cards. So, Libra, the moon is in a gibbous moon phase. So, when the moon is in a gibbous moon phase, and I believe it's in the Zodiac sign Capricorn, this is always important to know what phase the moon is in because it also aligns with major arcanas, right? So, when the moon is in a gibbous moon phase, it aligns with the major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. The zodiac sign that is currently is in Capricorn. This reading is for the 13th of September through the 20th of September, and although these readings are timeless, you always have an opportunity to hit a reset button. Libras always have an opportunity to hit a reset button. So even if YouTube this video appears a year from now, no matter what day it is, no matter what moon phase it's in, no matter what video you watch, you can look at a moon phase and go, oh, okay, the moon phase is this. Because I'll keep mentioning moon phases, what that means, what it aligns with, those kind of things. And you can always apply it, right? But a gibbous moon phase aligns us with the Wheel of Fortune. And the message for that was to grow yourself, learn something new, try new activities, meet new people. But it happens to be in the zodiac sign Capricorn. And when the moon moves into Capricorn, just in general, that is where you want to start thinking in terms of moon, which is our feelings, subconscious habits, moods, emotions. You want to start thinking in terms of quality over quantity, right? Quality over quantity. So that you don't want to have a whole lot of movement going on around you. Quality over quantity. Not, too much screen time on the social media, not a whole lot of busyness going on around you. The quality of what you're watching. Like, sometimes people think they're multitasking, they got a whole bunch of stuff going on and really not getting anything accomplished. So you just feel like you're just in crash mode, right? We have a full moon coming up in Pisces. Pisces is ruled by Neptune and Jupiter. Neptune is currently retrograde. This is really, really important to note because Neptune is the planet of idealism. It's the planet of romance, sacrifice, chaos, and disintegration. The desire to transcend, a longing for bliss, escapism, imagination, spiritualism, dreams, and fantasies. And it's also the planet of imagination and transcendence. So whenever the moon, that card that comes up that says the moon, that's when I say it's time for you to dream bigger, right? It's the I believe sign. So, and it's a water sign. So you hear me say a lot of times in my videos, like listen to water sounds at night. Like you want to circulate that, like get those internal, that water going, the living water. So you're not looking outside of yourself for other things to pour into you when you're trying to creatively get things flowing, like your money, your creative ideas, if you want to attract love and money and the people that's on your frequency, and you want whatever, a job to flow to, whatever you want to flow to you. What do you want? Water. You want to get things moving, right? If you got something stuck, you feel like you're stuck in certain areas of your life, water, right? The living water from within. So let's get into it, Libras. Let's get into it. Make sure your scales are balanced. Make sure that you're not stuck in areas of your life where you can't see that you are attracting energies that feel like things come too easy for you, and you're not attracting vain and vengeful spirits that's trying to disrupt your peace, that you could feel like you're indecisive about, in your life, and you're trying to make some decisions. Or they could be attached to some people who are vain and vengeful, green with envy, trying to disrupt your peace indirectly, and you could be indecisive about holding on to some energy. So let's get into it. Let's get right into it, Libras. Let's go. Already prayed over your cards. Let's go. There it is. First card out the deck. There it is, right there. Yep. Three of Pentacles. So when you're talking about teamwork, I'm talking about teamwork. Here we have the Star card. When we're talking about teamwork, right, you want to make sure that you're not teaming up with people, in some kind of an agreement who could be attached to other people who could leave you uncovered and unprotected. So when you're saying, okay, you want to team up with people, you could say you could like them, but it's who they can be attached to, right, that has an issue with you. That's something you may want to look into, right? Some people can kind of be oblivious to certain things. You can't really tell people who not to talk to, who not to be connected with, right? So source is saying everybody is a star in their own right, but when you're at the beginning of relationships, at the very beginning of relationships, that's where you want to put that agreement in place, right there at the beginning. Because I see somebody getting some kind of an increase, like in a leadership position. There's hope, there's optimism, there's bliss right here, right? And so right here, you can take care of yourself. This is a person who can draw from their own well. Like, you can take care of yourself, right? You're talking about water. Water is shaped and guided by the earth that holds and surrounds us. So you're not really looking for somebody else to, you're not waiting for somebody else to take care of you. But at the same time, you don't want somebody to, who is connected to somebody else to sneak up on you and betray you because somebody else is connected and they so oblivious to, like, oh, I didn't know that person had an issue with you. Oh, well, you should have said. You don't want that kind of. You don't want to be in alignment with people like that. Well, I had no idea, because they in survival mode themselves and they're not listening. Their brain is all over the place. They just, you don't want to be aligned with people like that. And so source is saying it should only take you one time to know that people are in that kind of a mindset, that they are aligned with people who have an issue with you, for you to say, that's it. And you bring it to their attention? Nope. No. Nope. So source is saying to you, that is when you say, no more access to your vault. Here's the 5 of Pentacles. There it is right there. So 3 and 5 is 8. So somebody has maybe spent a little bit too much time, investing in overthinking something. You may have spent a little bit too much time in overthinking something, and you don't need to. You have clarity of thought. This is the King of Swords right here. You spend way too much time overthinking something. Source is like, no, they've let you uncovered and unprotected way too many times. See this snow right here? Snow is a form of water. They've been in and out of your life. This is your vault door. They have been in and out of your life, giving you the cold shoulder, ghosting, warming up to you when they get something valuable, giving you the cold shoulder again, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So see these butterflies right here? You've already gone through a metamorphosis. You've already seen it enough times who they're aligning themselves with, left you uncovered, unprotected, betrayed you. And so source is saying, nope. If they want any access to your life, that needs to be stated up front. Here we have the 4 of Pentacles, because there's nothing that you need from them. You're already financially independent. You're independent. So there's nothing you need to depend on them for. You already know how to take care of yourself. There's nothing you need. You don't need any emotional dependence from them. That would be water, emotions, feelings, subconscious habits, mood. You don't need to cry to them. You don't need to laugh to them. You don't need to share good news with them. Sadness, nothing. You don't need financial independence. You don't need material possessions from them. Nothing you need from them. Nothing. You have clarity of thought. You're incredibly smart. You're already powerful in yourself. You're not in the same breathing air as them. Everything on earth is connected, right? But so it's nothing you need from them. Your heart, you may love them, agape love them. But again, source is saying to you, because of who they're connected with, who they're in a partnership with, source is saying that is, if they want access to you, that is a new agreement. That is a new agreement there. If you, like I said before, if you move forward. Because I'm looking at the 9 of Pentacles now. 9 is a death, rebirth. Here we have the 4 of Cups. Yeah, somebody may have felt like their back was against the wall. Here we have the 4 of Cups here. and somehow they will make it all about them. So if they want access to you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, they may have felt like their back was against the wall. They had a little bit too many drinks. They told somebody something, whatever. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Right? But yeah, they may have felt like their back was against the wall around somebody's family. Here we have the 10 of Pentacles here. Yeah, but so they could have felt like they was around somebody's family. They were talking, loose lips, sinking ships, talking, blah, blah, blah. They didn't want to be a part of something. They start talking and telling. So the source is saying, as far as legacy is concerned, Somebody may have started saying, oh, somebody was financially independent, they want to be a part of something, left you uncovered and unprotected in some way, shape, form, or fashion, betrayed you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Somebody else could have told something else. In terms of like this right here, you have an ancestor on the other side. And even though they're saying it's gray area, right? The lines could have been blurred, could have been crossed, right, in terms of loyalty and protection and this kind of stuff. And while things may not be that deep as far as you're concerned, it still could have put you in a position that could have left you uncovered and unprotected, especially if you're dealing with energies who are all about the material wealth, right? Who are all about material. You never know when you're talking about money and when you're talking about material wealth, how evil people can be. How evil people can be if they feel like, oh, this person knows this person, they know that person. Here we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is where some new seeds are being planted in terms of like, conversations may be had in terms of protection. In terms of having conversations. So the third eye is wide open. You're helping people to open their third eye in terms of conversations. So yeah, here we have the Eight of Wands and helping people to get away from succumbing to passive and powerless behavior, or even being egotistical, materialistic, and forceful, being under that type of energy. You're actually helping people to leave behind being on this long and arduous journey of being in survival mode mindset, right? I feel like somebody may have even seen this themselves in their own families. Somebody may have seen this themselves in their own families. Yeah. Y'all know what I'm saying, Libras. Like, sometimes in your own family, sometimes one side of the family may not like the other side of the family. And somebody could have told somebody like, oh, I saw this, they had these kindergarten teachers online, like telling these funny stories about how like kids come to school and tell their parents' business. And parents don't know. It's like, how in the world, like, and the teachers are saying, oh, your kids came to school and told this, and the parents acting like, oh, I don't know how they found out. The teachers are like, they telling y'all your business, right? Sometimes people don't know that they're telling stuff they shouldn't be telling, right? They're just talking, trying to be relatable, wanting to be accepted, being approved, and people are just sitting there listening like, oh, okay, judging, looking for some comparison and competing and all of this other stuff, trying to make themselves, a part of something, and they feel like, okay, somebody just giving them one drink after another. So, anyway, so Source is saying to you, here we have the Three of Cups here, some people are just, could be kind of in a, some things are now behind you. Here we have the Nine of Cups, and a lot of wishes are being fulfilled. Yeah, a lot of your wishes are being fulfilled, but somebody definitely left you uncovered. There's a Capricorn that left you uncovered and unprotected because they're chained to whatever their demons are. Possibly, let's see what their demons could be. A lot of demons could be possibly money, could be sex. Could be they could have been bullied, want to be a part of something, whoever it is. But bottom line is, it doesn't really matter. When people are chained to their demons, fear, doubt, uncertainty, somebody could have felt like I said, somebody could have been just giving them poison, drinking. Could be in a poisonous environment, they just talking, want to be a part of something. You're divinely protected. Here's the Four of Swords here. So just get your rest. Here we have the Six of Cups here. You're moving on to childlike faith. Yeah. Moving on to childlike faith. Not fear, faith, right? So they're the ones that would be waking up from a nightmare, and you're starting to notice, something too. Here we have the Ace of Swords, that they are around people, you're asking what the motive is that they're around hurt people who hurt other people. And they will start to notice that those same people who have given you, have talked, they're in a location, a geographical location where people talk about people behind their back, and they come from families where people talk about people behind their back, smile in your face and stab people in the back. They don't reach down to help people up. They keep you down, levels below. So it's a mindset. It is a mindset, and that's where they are. They're in that space. And they're thinking they just trying to be so relatable, talking. People sitting around shifty eyed, like, "Oh, really? You related to so and so? Now, what's the tea? What's the news? What's the school? Oh, I didn't know you was related to so and so. And what's what?" And everybody said, "Oh, did you know so? Oh, that's so and so's son or daughter. That's so and so's cousin. That's so and so's this and that." Like I said, for you, you're above all that. Oh, they live where? Who are they with? What? Thinking that you Libra are by yourself, when really you're not. You just know how to protect your energy. You know how to protect your energy because you know who they're talking to and who they're around. You know last names, you know who's related to whom, and you know what kind of energies they're around. So when you know that kind of stuff and you're saying to them, you know they're related to so and so, and they still oblivious, they still don't get it. You know they related to so and so, and you know that, so our family is connected to so and so, and you're talking to so and so, and it just doesn't register, it doesn't click. So again, a lot of times people don't get it until they are stabbed in the back, until they're betrayed, until people have gotten information, whatever they need to get from them, until things are said, until like I said, brand new seeds are planted. So that is why you can move on in love. That's the reason why you can move on in love. Yeah. Here's the Hierophant card. And so, but it is a lot of people who are in you're dealing with a lot of people don't believe things until they see it. Like, they don't believe it until they physically see it, right? And that's why some new seeds need to be planted. When you say it's a small world, it really is a small world. You don't know who knows whom. You don't know whose family are related. You don't know who's what. But when you try to tell people, a lot of times people don't believe it until they actually see it. And so what you're dealing with here, Libra, are family secrets. So somebody is always the black sheep of the family. So when I'm looking at the cards here, looking at your cards here, you could be a person that there's so many people who are afraid that family secrets are going to get out. They'll do anything to keep the family secret. So that's why somebody was trying to get as much information about you to find out. Let's create a bunch of chaos and confusion to cause somebody else to, like, they losing their mind. So it just creates a bunch of, just hurt people who hurt other people. But they will eventually find out, like I said, that these people have succumbed to passive and powerless behavior. They're egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. But it's generational. So eventually they'll find out, wow, you know what, now it's going to make sense why Libra don't want to have anything to do with certain energies. It's going to make sense. They pick the wrong side. So here we have the World card, and that's what's going to bring them to this right here, fulfillment. They're going to be like, okay, all right, I'm not waiting for recognition. I'm not waiting for people's acceptance and recognition. I can go ahead and close it out. But they're going to have to go through their major and minor changes. They're going to have to go through their major and minor arcana of, just like I said before, with this gibbous moon, the wheel of fortune. They're going to feel fortunate that, okay, they have you in their lives, Libra, because you were so fair-minded. That's why you're not sweating it. Once you get delivered from other people's opinions, that's why you have this loved one right here, this ancestor on the other side, that's saying there is gray area when it comes to loyalty and protection of family legacy, right? Some of these people around here are like, what goes on in the family stays in the family, even if it's a generational curse, even if there's extreme abuse going on. What goes on in the family stays in the family. Even if people are having a drink, being on medication as a result of abuse. So you taking your water and getting away from this kind of stuff and planting some new seeds is terrifying for some people. So they got to find, whoever these energies are, has to find somebody This is you right here. Got to find somebody to connect to you, Libra, to see, okay, how can we contaminate somebody? How can we see where Libra is? This is your star. This right here, sun is a star too, right? To find out what your demons are. Because some people are obsessed with your demons. Vain and vengeful spirits trying to somehow find out how can we disrupt Libra. They can't disrupt you because you don't, like I said, you already know what kind of spirit you're dealing with. We have the Queen of Swords. Adjust your crown. You already know you're dealing with two vain and vengeful spirits. That's why I started out the reading. Quality over quantity, and that's what people are learning. Once they come out of this stubbornness and being chained to fear, doubt, embarrassment, shame. If y'all remember this past weekend, and I talked about the moon was in Scorpio, the purging process of, purging fear, shame, embarrassment, anything from like embarrassed because of school pictures, who you dated, who you was married to, who you had kids with, if you joined a cult at one time, and you was ashamed that you joined a cult, or you're no longer a part of it, or whatever, anything, one long toenail, one toe longer than everything else, the rest of your toes, whatever, one foot bigger than the other, one leg longer than the other, whatever you're ashamed and embarrassed of. You look like an eagle or a toad, whatever. Source is saying to you, it's time for you to purge all of that, the shame, embarrassment, fear, all of that. Get delivered from all of that and start believing that you have purpose here on planet Earth. Everybody has an assignment. Everybody has purpose. And so that's really the long and short of it. So that's the long and short of it. But that's what I'm seeing here in your cards. Libra, somebody's gonna come back to center and see how fair-minded you have been, with them. A lot of people are starting to see just how fair-minded you have been. So that's why you want to get balanced out now. So yeah, somebody had a lot of drinks flowing, started talking, doing too much talking, and started to regret it. Just like, oh my God. So yeah, your prayers are being sped up. Actually, your prayers are being sped up. Yeah, your prayers are being sped up, and just how uncovered and unprotected they left you. It can never be about money, because then what happens? Somebody's going to feel like they have a whole new lease on life. Yeah. Like I said, new seeds are being planted. Some brand new seeds are being planted. Yep. You're moving on from deep disappointment and heartbreak. Yep. New strategy is coming together. Finally get some rest. Finally getting some rest. Yeah. One thing you can't, Earth may be a very boring place if people weren't standing around talking about somebody else. But the damage of gossip is that it can really, really seriously get people killed. That's the truth of the matter. It could get people, people running around gossiping, hurting people. It can cause people to hurt themselves, that kind of stuff. It's horrible, just cyberbullying, all that kind of mess. People just standing around, they don't know what they're talking about. They got to make people feel lower than themselves. It's just, just mental damage, physical damage, all of that. Earth is an interesting place. So, but some kind of anxiety will be going away very soon. It's like somebody feels like they're walking on eggshells, right? Anxiety will be going away very soon. Here we have the Fool card, and so somebody will definitely be embarking on a whole new journey. Right? But you have an innate spiritual understanding why. Because when you talk about the devil card shows up in the major arcana, that lets me know that somebody has been taken over by demonic possession. So, of just their thoughts, the way that they think, the negativity that's been spoken into them. But they're going to start getting focused. Yeah, they're going to get some clarity of thought and get some focus, right? So here we have the Queen of Wands here. So adjust your crown. I see you feeling very happy and free. Here we have the King of Wands here. Yeah. And so your prayers will definitely be answered. Your prayers will be answered that people come out of a wilderness mindset and getting as far away from, energies that like to see them struggle and that kind of stuff, right? And so then definitely peace and harmony being restored here. So, more sacred relationships. But yeah, some people like to see people just in a wilderness mind. They're just weird. I mean, surprised some of the family members like to see people like they just like because they figure, oh, that's so and so's child, that's so and so. Oh yeah, I don't like so and so. They like they grown people like to see other people's kids struggle. These are grown adults who like to see people's kids struggle. They like to see people's spouse struggle. They like to see people's siblings struggling. I mean, these are adults. That's why I keep trying to tell people age does not equate to wisdom. Some people are just miserable. Some people like to see people's family members struggle. Y'all should watch some of these documentaries. They find out certain people's last name, they go right into, oh, that's a so-and-so by their last name. That's a so-and-so, right? Oh, yeah, we got to, what is it called? It's like they got a score to settle with a certain family member. Just craziness. It's like, what? Yeah, well, our families have been. What? I saw some documentary. What is it? We got a. We got a such and such. We need to settle with the family, and it's been going on for years. I'm like, do people really sit around? But people, I mean, our families have been in war for years. You would be surprised at how families. So yeah, I'm looking at toxic masculinity here. Just craziness, pure, straight up craziness. But somebody's not happy without you, and somebody wants the best for you. But things are starting to become clearer and clearer. But your next love interest will make you happy. But your enemy's playing backfire. It's time to do a throat chakra cleanse, and the enemy is the devil. That's it. The enemy is the devil. It's not a person. It is whoever is hosting demons, and that can be anybody at any given time. That's anybody who is sitting around listening to negativity about another person who is not extending grace. That could be anybody. It could be your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, depending on what frequency they're on, whatever channel they're tuned in at that given moment. And this might bring at that low frequency at that very moment. And if somebody's on that channel of feeling sad about something, somebody said, here, drink this, drink that, take this pill, take that so and so, and next thing you know, they're on that frequency feeling sad about something. Somebody asked them a question about something, and then boom, their mouth just start flowing like a river. You just happen to be in, you just happen to be, but you're protected by angels. So one yes from God is all you need. Throat chakra cleanse. Yet somebody's not happy without you, and things are just becoming clearer and clearer and clearer. So you'll know that there's remorse when people are genuinely apologetic about things without the arrogance. Well, I didn't know, and you should have said, and all of this mess. Without the sword fighting, the combative nature, you'll know that the demon there's no more host for the demon. So you got to let something run its course. Whoever it is, you got to let something run its course. But you also have to create a firm boundary and enforce the boundary. So first red flag, pray and meditate. But listen to your intuition. Somebody's a changeling, but everything in moderation. Adjust your crown. Heart chakra cleanse. But yeah, somebody has invested. Somebody is grossly an overgiver. In other words, Libra, you all give people way too many chances. Like way too many chances. And so source is saying, learn your love language. Stop doing the most when it comes to overgiving of the material possessions. Because keep giving all these material possessions without seeing that people are mistreating them. If you don't do it for yourself, even if you can afford to, but people have been mistreating people that you give your loved ones because you are giving them material possessions, and people are mistreating them to get back at you. And they've been in survival mode the whole time, and you couldn't see it. So if you've been sending your kids over to an ex, and you've been like, well, here's the nicest thing, and your ex got an issue, and their family got an issue with you, X-Men keep creating a nightmare. So somebody's a druid. That's a kind of malevolent nocturnal spirit associated with nightmares. Or if it's an ex that has a girlfriend or boyfriend or significant other who feel like your kids getting more than what their kids getting, nightmare. Or the family don't like you or something, your kids always nice and got all this stuff going on, nightmare. So somebody better wake up. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to read what I'm saying here in the cards. And so Source is saying to you, don't be reactive. Be responsive, meaning, okay, stop being an overgiver. Balance this thing out. Learn how to, like I said before, when people are, and this is not when you start over giving everything to everybody, like trying to bribe the other side, just say, okay, well, if I give them something, they're going to start treating people differently. No, you're dealing with people who are vain and vengeful spirits. You can't buy these spirits. You can't buy them, right? But Source is saying in order to keep the peace, you can't buy these energies because this is an internal warfare. You're dealing with energies who like that. They always in combat mode. These are energies you got to pray for. These types of spirits, they're vain and vengeful spirits anyway, chained to their demons, period. They want to see you just as naked and uncovered as they are. That's the part somebody is missing. This is what you're dealing with. Somebody who's always in fight mode. There is no other way around but through the very truth that lies within you. Those are kind of spirits you're dealing with. They always in combat mode. Always. Because it's an internal warfare that they're dealing with. You're going to have to let the tower fall on them. Because if you're coming at them with, you could be a world-class fighter. You could be a boxer. You could have hands for real. Like you could be a person who hand-to-hand combat knocked them straight out. And guess what? They looking for a payday. Oh my God! They would come in the courtroom, child. You could have just punched them in the nose and made their nose bleed. They would come in the house. They would come in the courtroom with a neck brace on, their arm broken, leg broken, toe cast on every toe. They got to be laid up. Now they need they got to go see a psychiatrist, and they got to go see the best one at that. They have then a whole body cast. They gonna do the most. So Source is saying this is you talking about spiritual warfare whenever you see the devil card come up. But so Source is saying these are just the types of energies that you just gotta, like I said, you talking about spiritual warfare. You're dealing with some energies that just like they just at war with themselves. That's what you're dealing with. So you got to operate on this frequency, the frequency of love. And so when you're talking to loved ones who had their back up against the wall and they want to be a part of something, you're just going to have to tell them these energies, you got to be able to recognize these types of vindictive spirits. You can't just want to be a pick-me. I just want to be a part of something so bad. I don't know how to handle my drinking. So I'm just drinking and drinking and drinking. I don't even know what I said. I'm sleeping with people. I'm just doing the most because I just want to be a part. I just want to be so I can handle something. Next thing you know, you in something and you just said it done. Yeah, so. Yep, so anyway, you're divinely protected. So, and so are they. So just like I said, meditate and contemplate. Because we have the moon in Pisces. This says new moon in Pisces, and so new moon in Pisces. There's we're gonna have a super moon in Pisces, which could be really really overwhelming for a whole lot of people. But the new moon in Pisces has this quiet power. And so it's just a time of healing when you think about the new moon in Pisces, because it has a quiet power, sort of a whisper that you feel. It's kind of sort of like this selfless dreamer, just very sensitive energies all around you. You're just going to start peeling back a lot of layers, kind of sort of learn from many insights, from the last cycle. This new moon is time to kind of sort of slow down and just exhale, because Pisces has the gift of psychic energy, right? You just kind of sort of learn from the past, And so, and just that person learned that masks are not really important, and you start spending time just kind of sort of everything the universe wants you to learn. Like, what does the universe want you to learn? What are those lessons? Like, especially from Mother Earth, kind of sort of fill yourself up with what does the universe want you to learn, right? And so everybody goes through that, and just like getting that guidance of just learning how to be in receiving mode and flowing with whatever the universe, wants you to learn, wants you to know. And so that's everybody going through that. But that's what some people are starting to learn, is just like, when you talk about, because and I'm seeing, like I said, I see somebody getting some kind of increase at work. So congratulations, somebody's going to be in a leadership position, looking at you here at work. But again, you definitely have some forces that are working against you. But Libra, and these are family members, just so we're crystal clear. Where you're if you have kids, it's the if there's kids involved, it's the other side of the family. If there's kids involved, it's the other side of the family, trying to create some kind of chaos and confusion. And they get all too riled up. I mean, they just a little bit too excited. Child, vain and vengeful, green with envy. It's a Taurus because because you and Taurus are ruled by or somebody who has Taurus in their birth chart, that has you and Taurus are ruled by Venus, but Venus rules you all differently, right? Rules you all differently. But yeah, so anyway. Yeah. So there can also be a Capricorn involved too, because we have the Devil card here. And so which rules and you got this right here. And so I feel like I feel like you've been as fair-minded as you could possibly be. Really, I feel like you've been as fair-minded as you could possibly be. So when you're talking about, you feel like somebody could feel like they're being pulled in two different directions. So for somebody, they could feel like they're trying to go into escapism, and energies are trying to get you to go primal, or trying to get you to get into this big war or something like. Don't even give these energies any whatever. Don't give them any energy at all. None whatsoever when it comes to something. Because if you have a loved one, especially if they're older, if you have a loved one who is saying that they want to leave some energies behind, then you may have to take some kind of legal action. You're a Libra, your skills of justice, just to protect someone's peace. You may have to take some kind of legal action just to help somebody. And that's it, and that's all for real, just to help them. If they feel like, okay, they want to be at peace with something, they're tired of being in survival mode, they are well within their right to say they're an adult, they're tired of being talked down to or hurt. Because that's what all this is. This is dark spell where that's why you got so much air here. They feel powerless. They want to be on their own. They don't want to talk to somebody. They want protection. They don't want to deal with certain people. And of course, these type of energies, and like this right here, somebody wants to be at some kind of peace. So it's just saying, you don't have to coerce, none of those things. A person who has their own mind can think for themselves. They can think for themselves. These types of energies right here, like I said, bullying types of energies, their symbol is a bull. Whoever this is, their symbol is a bull. Some people, that's why when I'm talking to certain zodiac signs, I'm like, look, y'all, no more than you are actually a scale. Like I said, like, you are not a scale. You are a human being. If you're watching this video, you are a human being. You are not a scale, right? Every Libra is not an attorney or a judge, right? You are not in a legal form. You're not a police officer. You're not a part of law enforcement, right? You are a human being, right? You could be fair-minded, right? But so sources say to you're a human being, right? So you're ruled by Venus, the planet of love, which is a feminine planet, right? So there's duality with everything, light and dark to everything. But the zodiac signs that are ruled by animals, they are not animals, right? So your symbol is a scale. Taurus's symbol is a bull, but both of you all are ruled by Venus. Venus rules both zodiac signs differently, right? And so they are not bulls, but that's where that saying "bull in the china closet," comes from. When people gets mad, they act like a bull in a china closet. So anyway, so source is saying to you, I feel like you've been very fair when it comes to energies where your head and heart may have been at war with each other. Somebody has been an overgiver in terms of fairness and trying to connect, but somebody has been fed a lot of poison about a situation. It even may have been, we talk about bully, like they're carrying this spirit of just being in survival mode, by some energies that just haven't, like I said, and just whatever the situation is for you, you have been feeling like you just been pulled in two different directions. But when that card for Pisces comes out, Pisces is a, like I said, has psychic abilities. Something is going on. And so you're operating in the frequency of love. So no, you ain't putting hands on nobody who is doing all that gutter behavior. That's what people would like for you to do, so they can, sway up and down. Oh my God, this person is some wild savage. Child, please, who's doing all of that? So here we have awakening. So, oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. And that's what Source has been trying to tell somebody. It's like, you keep giving is actually making the situation worse. You keep giving physical possessions to energies are making a situation worse. Like you're supposed to be the leader here. That's what this is right here. So the answer is not to keep giving people who want to see you in this position. You don't keep giving things to bullies. You don't keep giving physical possessions to bullies. You're trying to reason with a bully. Their only goal is to extinguish something, to say that they've conquered something. That's their only goal, is to say that they've conquered something. That's their only goal. But they have to come together. It's like them, they have to come together. They have to say, we've come together. Oh, we came together. We conquered something. They like to bully people. So yeah, they're cowards. Here we have 30. So you are an original, innovative thinker and an excellent communicator. That's right. You have a great talent for using creativity to convey your ideas, and you have optimistic attitude and uplifting effect on others. That's right. That's right, uplifting effect on others. So you will definitely come up with some kind of a solution to work everything out where everybody, whoever is a younger person involved will feel like they have a whole new lease on life. But I feel like for you, somebody may think that you're by yourself, but I can assure you that you are not by yourself. I can see that in the cards. You're not by yourself. So gratitude, I am blessed with this life. I have all that I need. I lack nothing. All is well and I am whole. Each day is a new gift. I am supported. There it is. I am grateful for all that I have. You are definitely supported. And whoever is being a bully and, to whomever is going to soon find out just how supported you really are. Just how supported you really are. That is why you haven't shared everything with somebody, because whoever they're around, like you're wise enough to know. This is your wisdom, and you're smart enough to know to see. Let me see how far something is going to go. Let me see how this is going to play out. Let me see how far some people are going to take this. Because you know how bullies operate. But that's what I'm seeing for you all, Libras. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. I will see you all in like I said, for those of you all who want an additional video for bonus videos, they will be going over on the membership side. The prediction video for the full moon in Pisces will be going over on the will be going up on the Patreon side. For those of you all who are over there, thank you for joining me here. Thank you for joining me there. I will see you all in the next video. All right. Like I said, this video is for the 13th through the 20th of September. Remember, it's a gibbous moon. Gibbous moons are all about growing yourselves, learning something new, trying new activities, meeting new people. The moon is in Capricorn. That's all about the quality of relationships around you, not the quantity, but the quality of relationships around you. Protect your portal, your ear gates, eye gates. We are walking portals. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.